Hey guys, it's TD here, and I want to talk to you all about the myths of this pretty girl privilege. I was watching, let me see if I can open this up and get some light, y'all. That might have made it worse. I don't know why my camera does that on my thing, but I think that made it worse. But anyway, I was watching an excerpt. Well, I was watching, I think her name is Carisha from the City Girls, and I was and they were she had an excerpt going on about her somebody I guess said that she couldn't rap, and they said, oh, I'm TD, for those of you that don't know, please subscribe to my channel, like my channel, please share my videos. I'm trying to grow my little channel anyway. So she was saying that the reason that she didn't have to rap because she messes with P Diddy, and she got the good Putin in it. Okay, that's well and good, and back in the day pretty girl privilege was a thing, but everybody pretty now. They just get surgery, to fix this, tuck that, nip that, and so they're all pretty now. So what gives you that particular privilege that others don't get? You know what I mean? So if for young women, I was talking to my guy about this, and my guy makes 3 times the amount of money I make. So when y'all see me doing videos sometimes from that really, really nice big house, that's his house. And we were talking about it, and he was saying, of course, he's in my age group, he's older. And he was saying, a man doesn't want a woman that doesn't have anything to offer but Putin and her beauty. She's got to have something else going on. When I take you somewhere, you've got to know how to dress, you've got to know how to speak around these professional people. And yeah, they'll buy you whatever you want. But the problem is, along with that, if you come give men in a larger income bracket, there are other problems come along, especially if they're businessmen. You're going to hear about their business all the time, period. If you don't want to hear about the business, I suggest you don't get with them because you're going to hear about it because they are their business, whether it be good, bad, or ugly. But he was saying that him and his friends talk about it. And I even asked my sons about it. And of course, they're younger, from 30 to 36. And they were saying that when they were like in their 20s, yeah, they, preferred a real pretty girl. They still want an attractive girl, a woman now, young woman, I should say girl. But that's not it. That's not all. They don't want anybody that's stupid, or they don't know how to speak, or they can't take them anywhere, or every time they go somewhere, they're going to have some kind of beef. They don't want that, you know? And so when these young women are talking about, well, I can get this and I can get that because I'm pretty, there's something else they got to think about. If you get with a man and he's with you just because you're pretty, when things happen, he's going to take his money and go. Are you going to have enough sense to get money when you get your money from him? Start your bank account. Start you a checking account. Put you some money up for a rainy day because pretty fades. It fades. And when you're in your 20s, you don't think about it. When you're in your 30s, but as you start transitioning out of 30s, you'll start seeing little things happen and it starts to fade. And so if that starts to fade and all you had going for you was pretty, nothing else, just pretty, and he replaces you with a younger, prettier version, what are you going to do? I mean, what are you going to do? These are things that you all have to think about. I'm sorry, y'all, for the snippet, honey. The allergies, the grass and pollen is at 90% here in Tennessee today, and it is killing me. And I took an allergy pill. But anyway, those are things. That's why go out and get you a skill. If you're with a man, a gentleman that does not mind paying and giving you money, and especially if you live there and you don't have to pay anything, but he'll give you money, go out and get you a skill. You don't have to go to college. But get you a skill, get you a bankable skill, which means something that if the poo-poo hits the fan, you'll still be able to live. You're not going to live as comfortably as you did with him, but you will be able to live and still have things and enjoy yourself. Don't ever solely put who you are on a man, and that's something else. If your man is real, say he's a singer or rapper or something in the entertainment, that's his profession. That's his fame. You may have it for the moment because you're with him, but that does not mean that you're going to keep it. So you've got to figure out a way to protect yourself so that when the poo-poo hits the fan, you'll be able to do something different. I was talking to my cousin, and she lives in Detroit. I was talking to her about it, and she was like, there's so many of these women, and not just young women, y'all. Women my age and older, they feel like too that they have the pretty girl privilege. But they don't have anything to show for it. And that's why they have to go from man to man to man. And at some point in your life, you're not going to be able to go from man to man to man like you used to. It's going to stop. It's going to stop. So as women, we have to have a game plan. I told you all in the previous video, I was married. And when I came home as a young woman, he took all the money. I had no recourse. He was in Germany, I was here. And he took all the money. So what are you going to do if you're living here? He's providing everything, but he's taking all the money, all of it. Always try to even at least pay a light bill. And that way he could never say, I took care of everything. I paid everything. You don't ever want a man to be able to say that about you. And especially if you have kids. So at least if you pay a light bill and buy the groceries. When I live with my guy, I'm moving back in October. If he's still not getting on my nerves too bad, because he got on my nerves and I moved home. But and there's something else. Make sure that they always know that you got somewhere to go. Because they're gonna act a fool. They're going to act a fool. It's just a matter of when. It don't matter how old they are. And what my definition of acting a fool is, and your definition of acting a fool, may be two different definitions. But we all got our BS level. And he hit my BS level. And I moved home. I moved back. I moved into my she shed because I was renting my house out. That's why I'm in the house today. But, I'm working on my she shed. But go ahead and but when my granddaughter has her baby, it should be all the way fixed up with the bathroom, the kitchen, and everything. And so her and the baby are gonna go in the she shed, and I'm gonna go back to his house. So we talked about that today. But I have something to offer, and he knows I have a whole house. So he can't give me that BS. He can't run me. He can't tell me what I'm gonna do, what I'm not gonna do, because I'll go home. So if you don't have anything or anybody to go to, definitely get your skill, get your education, and stack your money, because pretty girl privilege is not all it's cracked up to be. I promise you. Because if they can get one pretty girl, they can get 10. Because men with power and men with money, they can look like the dog of a shoe. If they got power and money, they can get a woman, and they can get a pretty woman. So don't ever think that you cannot be replaced. You can. You can. So worry about you. Get yourself together. And while you're in this situation, make it like a business transition. Of course you're supposed to love that person, but it's business too. You got to be able to live if something happens to you and that guy. All right, let's talk about it. If y'all want to talk about it, please send me a comment. I'll respond back. Please share my videos. Please give it a thumbs up. And if it's anything you all want to talk about in particular, let me know in the comments and we'll talk about it. Thanks. Bye.